this is Tina and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be sharing some of my current makeup favorites. If that sounds like your thing, then please go ahead and channel登録しちゃってください。しちゃいなよ。Some of you may have realized that last year for year 2020, I didn't end up doing a best of makeup products video. I did just a skincare one. But I still have had people asking me if I'm gonna do a makeup one, or they want to see what makeup I use and things that I like. So I thought I would put together a video of my current makeup favorites. Obviously 2020 was quite a slow year for makeup. Well, for me at least, I definitely wore way less makeup than previous years since I was wearing a mask a lot of the time. But these products that I've got today are still products that I reach for consistently when I do makeup or when I film, or just products that I have been enjoying thoroughly probably the last 6 months or so. So let's get into it. So the first item is actually a cushion foundation, and it is the Moonshot Micro Glassyfit cushion. In recent years, I have definitely ditched my high coverage foundations for something a little bit more sheer, a little bit more lightweight, but gives a really nice glowy kind of natural finish. And I feel like this definitely achieves that very, very well. So the thing I like most about this one is definitely the finish. I feel like it just gives such a nice, glowy, smooth, dewy finish. I am wearing it today. And for even being a glowy finish foundation, it gives a very decent amount of coverage, which I love. It covers all of the necessary blemishes while not looking heavy or cakey on the skin. It doesn't cover everything like stubborn acne scars and that, but that's fine. I'm getting to a point where I'm like, it's okay if my like natural skin shows through. I would much rather that than being like cake face with a ton of foundation on my skin. So I've absolutely loved wearing this one. The wear is decent. I do think it probably would help to use a little bit of translucent powder. I do still like to use translucent powder on under my eyes so it doesn't crease in other like oilier areas, but besides that, I think it wears definitely a decent amount. I tried the other Moonshot cushion, the Moonshot Micro Setting Fit Cushion X, which I know is another popular one, although I found this one was quite heavy, or it definitely gave that kind of high coverage look to the skin with this one, and it also seemed like a little drying on my skin, so I have definitely preferred this one. And even though it does have lower coverage, I would 100% use the Glassyfit one for the finish and that glowy feel. Another thing I really like is their puff. I like the fact that it kind of goes into a slight triangular shape. It really helps when you want to get into kind of like your inner eye area, makes it a lot easier. I do also like the color. I would say it might be a little bit on the brighter side on my skin, although it does blend down really well. It doesn't oxidize, which is great because I find a lot of foundation colors oxidize on my skin, and the lightness of the shade does not bother me once I've kind of done my full face with blush and stuff. As you can see, like, I think it blends in pretty well, and I use the shade 201 for anyone who is curious. Next is actually an eyeshadow palette, and it is the Dasique shadow palette in 02 Rose Petal. I probably said that brand name wrong. I am sorry. Anyone want to correct me? Please do in the comments. This is such a beautiful eyeshadow palette, and using this definitely made me want to get the other shades in their range as well. So first of all, the packaging is beautiful. It is a nice small size. The back of it's kind of got this like matte plastic, like, I don't know, it's like matte, I don't know, but it feels really nice. And the thing about these, oh my godness, the pigment is so strong. I freaking love it. I think I have mentioned in the past that with a lot of Japanese eyeshadows, the pigment is very weak. I think it's just because that is the style or trend in Japan. Usually people don't wear very strong eyeshadow, but I like my pigments in my eyeshadow. I like a pop of color, so I tend to use Western or Korean eyeshadows, and this palette is perfect. So they have like 4 full glitter shades, one that has like, it's not like a full glitter, it's kind of like a matte mixed with glitter, 1 satin, and then 3 matte shades as well. So it's got a really nice variety of different finishes as well as colors, and all of these colors work so well together. If you couldn't tell, I've been really into my kind of peaches and corals and pinks probably for the last year, and this is like the perfect pink palette. I just love it. I don't know, it's so good. And even if I don't use like all shades from the palette, or I'll do a look consisting like another palette, I will often just dig into like one of the shimmers, especially the top 2, to add a little bit of glitter into like the inner corners of my eyes. I love it. It's been really nice, and I just love the size of it as well. So if I ever needed to take it anywhere if I was traveling, it is a nice size compared to say like my other palettes like the Too Faced and like Naked and stuff. They're just huge and I will never end up using all of the shades. So I do like the fact that it is a little bit more compact but still has a nice 9 shade variety. Next is a mascara. Now I have been using pretty much the same mascara for like a few years now because I have not found anything close to it, and it is the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black or Extra Black mascara. I just love this. I feel like everything I want in a mascara is in this, but it is a black, and sometimes I want to use a non-black, like a brown mascara that's a little bit more natural, and this is definitely the one that I have been reaching for when I want to do a little bit more of a natural look, and it is the Heroine Make Long and Curl Mascara Advanced Film in the brown shade. I initially didn't like this mascara too much because the film or the little fibers would kind of go everywhere, but now that I've had quite a few uses with it, it works so good. That's all I've used today for my lashes. I don't have any falsies on, and this is a pretty good damn job on my short thin lashes. So I feel like they really do lengthen, which is exactly what I want in a mascara. I'm all about the length rather than the volume, so this really helps to lengthen my lashes, and I can put on a second coat without it clumping, which is great. It is also super waterproof, so it will not come off during the day. It can be a little bit hard to remove at the end of the day if you are just using like a regular cleanser, but usually I just use a waterproof eye and lip makeup remover, and it gets it off fine. But I have definitely been reaching for this a lot recently too, because I've been doing more looks like this where I do like eyeshadow and mascara but no eyeliner, something like a little bit more natural but still very kind of dramatic in the eyes, and this has been a great one to do that. Next is a blush, and it is from rom&nd. It is the Better Than Cheek blush in 02. I think it's like peach chip, that's the color. So I was trying to just read the green. I like that it is a small size. I never get through like a full big blush, and I don't really see the point of them being so large, so I really like the small size of it. I love the packaging. It's super simple but really cute, and the blush really blends seamlessly. It is a matte blush, which can be sometimes hard to blend into the skin. It can look like it's kind of sitting on top rather than blending into your skin naturally, but I find with this one it really does kind of look naturally flushed, and it's quite easy to control because the pigment is like a good level where it's not too strong that you're going to put too much on at once, but it's not so weak that you have to keep layering it on and on again. I also love the shade. It goes with so many different colors. It goes with orange makeup looks, brown, pink. I have worn it today with a heavy pink kind of look, and still it just looks very natural and flushed. I feel like 4 out of 5 times when I wear a blush I have been picking this one up, so I absolutely love this one too. And while we are on rom&nd, a couple other products from that brand that I have been enjoying, and it is their lip products, and I feel like I've worn it quite a few times in my videos, and whenever I wore it people kept asking like what lip color am I wearing, so it was probably this combo: Glasting Water Tint in number 8 Rose Stream, and then the Glasting Water Gloss in number 1 Sanho Crush. So the water tint, I love this texture because I feel like I haven't really used another tint with this kind of texture. I feel like with a lot of tints they're either completely liquid and stain your lips like it's just like a lip stain, or it's quite matte and kind of has like a velvety finish to it, whereas the rom&nd one is kind of in between. It has quite a bit of color and it is a stain, but it has like that glossy kind of finish to it too. I really like this color too. It's kind of like a slightly like cherry blue based reddish pinkish shade, and I feel like it goes really well with my lips. It's pretty much like my lip color but more enhanced, so I have been enjoying a lot. As you can see, I wiped it off, but it does leave a bit of a stain. And then this gloss on top, the Sanho Crush, this one's just got like a slight peachy corally tint, and it doesn't add like a ton of color to your lips, but it adds a really nice gloss and also a bit of a glitter. And it's kind of like, I don't know, the texture is a bit more of like watery and a bit more like an oil, I guess, versus like a really sticky gloss. But I do like it because it doesn't have that stickiness of like a typical gloss. So I have been wearing this combo many times. Put this one on top, blend it out, dry it down a little bit, and then I pop the gloss on top. And I have been loving this combo, and a lot of people have been asking for it, so I assume other people like the combo too. Some other lip products that I have been enjoying are actually from Moonshot, and they are their Tint Fit Blur. I guess it's a lip tint as well because it is a Tint Fit Blur. This is, like I mentioned before, more of like a matte tint, which I do really like as well. I feel like they're very easy to blend and very easy to add a very light sheen of color but make your lips look very full as well. So I've been liking them a lot, and I've got quite a few shades thanks to Style Cream. They gifted it to me, but I think the two that I definitely have been going for the most is the 501 and 502. They are the more kind of, again, peachy corally shades. There's those two there. They are pretty similar. One's probably a bit more of like an orange base, and the other one has a bit more of a pink peach to them, but I love both of them, and they do blend out very easily and give you that kind of matte velvety look to your lips. See how beautiful that is? They'll probably work really well as cheek blushes too. I should try that. I definitely should try that. Matte, simple, and it lasts all day. So they are some other lip products that I have been enjoying thoroughly too. The last product is actually a Western product, and the only Western product I'm going to be mentioning today, and it is the Focallure Sculpt Glow in #1 Maui Nights and Opal. This one is such a handy duo. So as the name suggests, Sculpt Glow, it actually has a sculpting or contour color as well as a highlight color. I love both of these colors and they work so well on my skin tone. I have been very happy with this. So the top one is kind of like an ashy brown shade, and I use it to contour. I don't contour that much, I'm gonna be honest. I don't even do any cheek or face contour, or at least I haven't today, but I do a little bit in my nose and kind of this bridge area. So the fact that it is more of a ashy shade works really well on my skin tone. I am a neutral, so I'm in between pink and yellow, which makes it sometimes hard to find a contour shade. They often look too kind of yellowy or orange on my skin, so it looks very natural, like it's actually a shadow, because as you can see, like I feel like my nose contour looks pretty like natural, like I haven't done too much, but you know, it's all thanks to this guy. So I do use a tiny amount. It is pretty pigmented, I will say, so I need just the smallest amount, and I contour on my nose bridge and have been using this one mostly, or like 99% of the time. I don't really use contour that much, as I said, so this has just been my go-to. And then this highlighter is also an absolutely beautiful color. It looks very natural, it's very sheer, not like super starkingly kind of like a highlight where some of them are like a beam on your face. I feel like it blends into the skin very naturally, and it's just a nice kind of silver gold shade that I have been using a lot too. Even if I don't use the contour, sometimes I'll still go for this one for the highlight, but it is super convenient to have it together. So again, if I ever need to kind of take my makeup somewhere with me, this will probably be the one I would take, because it's just got the 2-in-1. And that is all. I hope you guys enjoyed my current makeup favorites. Do me a favor and drop a comment with your favorite brow products, because I've been looking for some new brow products for ages and I don't know where to start. So please leave your recommendations in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!